Action underway. Take it away, Maddo.
And it's scrappy to get us underway early. Madigan got a clearing kick, though, inside attacking 50 for the Falcons. Turned over. Mark taken there by Sparks. Flicks it towards the outer side. Henkel now has it. Spins around. Puts a kick up for the Power. On the outer side of Shepley Oval, that kick was well wide, and a free kick will go the way of the Geelong Falcons, who have to climb over the fence there. Jesse Clark to retrieve the footy.
You think someone would get out of their car for him, wouldn't you?
It's too cold for that. The kick comes inboard. Stevens for the Falcons has it. Defensive side of the outer wing for the Falcons goes down along the line. Schlensog takes it, gives the handball off quickly there to Stevens, who just put a handball into a bit of trouble on the outer side. Under pressure there was Hodge trying to get a handball away, and the umpires picked out a free kick.
Cooper Stevens, man with two surnames.
Not often we find those. Usually they've both got first names.
Stevens kicks long, inside 50, comes over the back of the pack. Ball towards the boundary line. Can they keep it in? Funny little handball over the back. Power got the number. Now they've got the ball. And this is going to a very dangerous spot. Geelong have taken this. Mark taken by Baxter Mensch. Famous Geelong name. Baxter Mensch has marked this 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. And he's kicking to the southern end of Shepley in perfect conditions. Not a breath of wind. Comes in. Get a good camera angle on this one. Got the left footer hook coming back, and shaved the post. Yeah, just shaved the post. First score on the NG scoreboard. Geelong Falcons 1 behind. Gippsland yet to score. We're 2 minutes in on the Technica time clock. Play on, says the umpire. It wasn't long enough. Leo Connolly in the back pocket for Gippsland. Runs around the man on the mark, steadies, kicks to half-back. Going to be outnumbered here, and over the back for Geelong is Keaton Rayner. Squares it up into the middle. Mark taken here by Cooper Stevens. Been busy. Long kick inside 50 to the flank. Comes off the pack and over the boundary line out of bounds. One behind to the Falcons. Gippsland yet to score, approaching 3 minutes in on the Technica time clock. Maddo.
Geelong doing the attacking early in this second of the double header here at Shepley Oval. Stingrays the earlier victors. Geelong pop it quickly out of the contest. Parrish has put it out on the full. And a free kick to go the way of the Gippsland Power in defensive 50. Sparks to take the kick. And he chips it very short. They have to take it on the half volley in the end. A quick kick towards the half-back flank. Bent Velsen was under a fair bit of pressure. The ball was put up to Alex Young. Young's kick, not the greatest. Ball turned over. Madigan pops it up. His possession not much better. He gets it back here to Madigan. High ball towards centre half forward. Pack flies, unable to bring it in there with Spiller. Power able to rebound off half-back. Sparks puts it into a bit of space on the outer wing. Ball just being pressured towards the boundary line. Overrunning it was Smith. And eventually it's seen out of play. With a boundary throw-in on the half-forward flank outer side for the Gippsland Power. And first time that they've really gone forward in the opening 4 minutes on the Technica time clock.
Ball thrown in. It is Henkel. Gippsland, quick kick forward across the face of goal, close to the boundary, and just a little shove there. Umpire, no, he's happy with that. We'll get the ball thrown in. 20 odd metres around from the Gippy goal, their first real attack. Boundary umpire sets. Got some big units in the ruck here. Bang, comes down the ground, swamped. And umpire says he'll have it. Ball to be tossed up 20 metres out from the Power goal. Geelong trying to scramble the ball out. They're caught underneath, trapped. Umpire will come in again and repeat. 3.5 metres from where he did 30 seconds ago. A little bit of humpo-bumpo in the ruck there. Geelong, nice little handball out. Comes just forward to centre wing and they are punched over the boundary line, out of bounds. Right in front of the grandstand.
Just going to say, you said a couple of big units in the ruck. They're doing it in that defensive 50, and I think lining up again. Blake Schlensog, 198 centimetres, 90 kg. Wouldn't like to come up against him too often.
Plenty, it'd be a big unit to feed, there's no doubt about that. Geelong, they get it out through Torpy. Sam Torpy kicks to the opposite wing. Ball bouncing, bit of a chaos footy. Gippsland, they get the ball back. This one's taken by Hourigan. They kick to half forward, comes over the back. Geelong have got numbers here. Haven't found the footy yet. Now they have handball smothered. Lux of fortune. Torpy goes forward. Scrappy footy, squeezed out. Geelong kick, half forward. Mark should be taken, and it is. Nice take there by Hayden Spiller. Bang on centre wing, outer side of the ground. Gets on with it. Kicks to the 50. They're looking for Floyd. We've seen a lot of Ethan Floyd's work over the time, and he might have come back as a 19-year-old, Ethan, I think. Haven't got their ages on our team sheets this year. Might be able to find it in the footy record. Floyd is going to kick from 50, 45-degree angle. Kicks just to the edge of the square, comes off hands, close to the boundary line and out of bounds.
15th of July 1999, so that would be a yes.
That's a yes. He's come back as a 19-year-old. Very, very good player. Excellent in the final series last year, I remember, especially up at Mars Stadium. Ball to be thrown in. We're 7 minutes into the first quarter here. No goals scored yet. Geelong have a chance. Quick kick up forward. Last line of defence. Mark taken for Gippsland by Sparks.
His kick, not the greatest opportunity for Richie. Pops it into the pocket. Gippsland, they're holding up okay across defensive 50, and they got a free kick. Comes wide to Phillips, pops it over the top. Quick bit of burst here for Henkel, just puts it into a bit of space on the broadcast side. It's seen over the boundary line and out of play. We'll throw it in front of the Falcons interchange bench here at Shepley Oval. And they've got a minor score on the board. Gippsland yet to score. It's on the NG scoreboard. 8 minutes in to the opening term on the Technica time clock. The quick kick away, bounce past everyone in the end. Handball given to Phillips under all sorts of pressure, lost control of the footy, and now Floyd will send an entry inside attacking 50. Bouncing ball at the hot spot, ball off hands and across the face. For a minor score, there was Hayden Spiller.
Should have kicked it, Matt. Had time. Had everything going in his favour. Gippsland bring the ball out. Floyd's got it at the back. Gets it over to Torpy. Torpy kicks it forward high, wide and handsome. Can't take the mark. Gippsland got numbers back again. They kick along the line. Mark taken there by Broadbent. Gets it across to Young. Young kicks inside 50 at the back. Mark not taken. It's spilt. Geelong under pressure, caught, tackled, dispossessed. Umpire doesn't call it. Falcons under a heap of pressure here, driven into the ground, and the umpire will come in and ball that up. Bit of a touch fortuitous there. Gave him the benefit of the doubt. Up she comes, Gippsland, tap to the feet. Running for the ball under the scrum. Umpire will come in and ball it up again. 28 metres out from the Gippsland goal. 2 behinds plays 0 at this stage. Up she goes. Falcons the fend off. Dispossessed, may not have had the footy. A shrug. A square into the middle. Looking Hayes, can't get it. Broad bent, kick smothered. Loose footy. Comes out the back. Broadbent follows up. Funny old kick. Funny old bounce over the boundary line, out of bounds. Forward pocket, northern end of Shepley.
Broadbent just persisted there, kept trying to move it forward and ended up getting that hoping kick inside attacking 50. What can Gippsland do at the 10-minute mark of the first quarter on the Technica time clock? Fisted away there from Spiller, back towards the boundary line. It's kept in play by Taylor. Pops it over the top, unable to complete the mark there was Ham. Ball over the boundary line and out of play. Half-back flank broadcast side for the Falcons. They have a 2-point lead. That's all they've scored so far. Gippsland yet to get on the NG scoreboard. Which, of course, is a major sponsor of the Gippsland Power and major partner of TAC Cup Radio. As the umpires picked out a high, and a free kick will be going the way of Hodge. Half-forward flank broadcast side for the Power. It's a kick that's well wide, well hooked, out on the full. Free kick to the Geelong Falcons. Just unable to capitalise at the moment. Gippsland, they've been able to lock it in for the last minute or so. That kick, not the greatest either. Well, we'll be deleting that clip out of the highlights.
Won't be YouTubing that. Baldy. They call him the Eagle down there too at Gippsland, I'm told. He kicks inside 50. Loose footy. Rayner. They're trying to work their way through heavy traffic. Good work there by Lachlan Smith. He kicks it to half back. Again, ball in hot dispute. Trying to squeeze out. Eventually Geelong do. They get it to the centre of the ground. Little tap forward. Broadbent in everything early doors. Nothing clean. Bit of volleyball. Good spike out wide. Heads over the footy. Good feeding handball. Torpy. It's a dirty big up and under. Hits the ground. Now Gippsland. Quick hands. Oh, no, that's a throw, umpire. You can't do that. Gippsland. It is just absolute mayhem. Blow your whistle, umpire. Give these kids a break. Give the commentator a break. Eventually, they get it out to Floyd. Eventually, it's a torpedo punt to no one in particular. Hourigan. Now they're on. He's looking for Baldy. Overcooks it. Geelong are going to send it back from whence it came. Again, good work by Gippsland. Now they've got a bit of clean air and a bit of green grass. They go forward here through Gown. Gown kicks deep. Mark. Not paid. Over the boundary line, out of bounds, forward pocket. There's a mayhem in front of us.
It's just
ridiculous.
I'm glad you were calling.
Oh.
Work cut out.
They certainly let the game play, didn't they?
Put the whistle away.
Put the whistle away. Ball thrown in. Neither ruckman can get a hand to it. Now Gippsland dispossessed with the tackle. McGarity kicks forward. Mark taken. Harrison Pepper has got this. Now Harrison has he's got a basketball background and has been representing Vic Country. And this is his first real foray into Australian rules football. Pepper comes in, hot stuff, puts it through. That's the first goal of the day on the NG scoreboard. Gippsland 1 goal straight, 6. And the Geelong Falcons are 2 behinds. And we are, just got to get my timing right, Matt, on this one, obviously. Had to do the first game. 14 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
The old electronic scoreboard. The advertisements caught us out a couple of times already today.
Yeah, caught me out early doors there.
Pepper had a good set of hands though inside attacking 50, so positive signs for him as Madigan pops it inside attacking 50 for the Falcons. They had Crummers, but just ran over the top of the footy. Power able to extract it, and they bring it towards the broadcast side. Bouncing ball. Young, front spot, takes it, handballs it inboard, searching for Phillips. Has to double back in the end to Henkel. Pops it on the right boot, high ball towards centre half forward, just through the hands of Clark. Was able to go back and mop up. Madigan off half-back, puts it wide and into the possession of Scott. Wanted to play on at a power player in Patterson bearing down on him, so stop props, kicks it towards the half-forward flank on the outer side. Unable to take clean possession. The handball comes back inboard. Just bobbling around at half-forward. Hourigan. Power. Just kick it along the carpet. They do it once more. They've gained about 80 metres out of doing that. Falcons, though, with all the numbers. Rayner strips one tackle. Burst his way. He's got to bounce it because he ran too far.
What a shame.
And a free kick to go the way of the Gippsland Power. Centre wing out of side. 15.5 minutes into the opening term on the Technica time clock. Gippsland 1 straight 6. Geelong 2 behinds on the NG scoreboard.
Bodie Motton to take the resultant free kick. He's just forward of the centre. Been told to play on. Lovely, long, loping kick. Not accurate, but it was lovely to watch. And Blake Schlensog takes the mark. Geelong play on straight away. They go down the outer wing. Oh, nice mark taken there on the run by Ham. He switches it round. They kick it forward. That is footy 101. Beautiful to watch. And the mark taken, Matt, by...
Just trying to pick who that is. I think it's a 5 on the...
Might be Lachlan Handy, I think. Tell you, just haven't seen him in the play as yet. Comes in, kicks from 50.
Richardson.
Or Richardson, Thomas Richardson. Long kick to the goal line. Gippsland should be able to clear. Good hands, good teamwork. Scrubby kick, but the kick is effective, and Alex Young has marked the ball on half-back. He kicks into the middle of Shepley and it comes off. Good work. Mark taken there by Zach Hurley. First game for the Gippsland Power. Now they kick deep, deep, deep. And the mark's taken. Broadbent, Will Broadbent gets his first for the day. Gets Gippsland second. Appreciative crowd that have come up from the Latrobe Valley as Gippsland put on their second. That is 2 goals straight, 12 on the NG scoreboard. The Geelong Falcons are just the 2 behinds, and we're 17.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
The last 2 passages of play for both sides. Nice transition work, quick transition work, and they were hitting up targets as well. So good signs early for both sides, and both with 2 scoring shots apiece. 2 goals for Gippsland, 2 behinds for the Falcons.
Jake Vanderplyt was the young blondie there that kicked the ball deep into attack.
Schlenslog won it down for the Falcons. They're dispossessed in the middle. Morton taken into the turf. The umpire said play on. Hayes running away from the contest, puts it towards half forward. Power looking dangerous once again. Gown centering ball inside, attacking 50, bounced off the chest of Knights, who gets taken into the turf. Umpire says all okay. Tannis gets it further afield to Torpy, who just whacked it on the boot in hope. High ball over the boundary line and out of play in front of Bailey Beck. No, free kick in the end. And they've brought it inboard to Loudon, who's taken it at centre half forward and looking fairly confident. He's turned his back on everyone, says I'm having a crack.
He nice quick take of the free kick, no mucking about. 2 kicks along the 50-metre arc to guys that were unmanned.
And transition work from the Gippsland Power. Loudon gets very close to the man on the mark, gets underneath the kick, it's pushed to the right-hand side and will be battered over the boundary line and out of play. We'll throw it in at the 19-minute mark on the Technica time clock. Gippsland 2 straight 12, Falcons 2 behinds on the NG scoreboard.
Clouded over a little bit here at Shepley Oval. We've been bathed in sunshine, if not a little bit crisp. Ball thrown in. Comes up a little bit short. Oh, Power might have some numbers here at the back. Geelong come in to defend. They're on the dirt. Trapped underneath, and the umpire will come in as the sun comes out again.
Beautiful day for the football, not a breath of wind.
It was watching the first game outside, just perfection. If winter can stay like this, Matt, I'll be more than happy, gent. Ball comes, spits out the back. Quick kick forward by Sparks. it's going to have a bit much on it. Stays in, and the ball will be thrown in. We are 15 metres around from the power goal. They are kicking to the northern end in the first quarter. No advantage either way. Boundary umpire sets, brings it back in, comes over the back. Geelong caught. It's a quick handball out on hands and knees. Fed out the back, caught again. They need to get a good clean disposal away, and eventually they do through Cartledge. He kicks it to half back. Ball touched off the boot, and it'll be over the boundary line and out of bounds. Bang on centre wing on the eastern or outer side of the ground. Ball to be thrown back in. Get themselves ready. Again, the boundary umpire sets. Beautiful throw in. Up they go. Gippsland ripped off the ball. No free kick. Now they're a bit of a chance. Whistle on play and out of bounds again. Umpire comes in just to separate a few of those boys there. Make sure they're all on the same page, and they are.
A good 20 players around this contest.
We've got Hinkle and Spiller in the ruck. Spiller giving a bit of weight and height. Hinkle gets the double fisted. Geelong. They spit it out the back to get it to go forward, but it's not clean, and the ball will find the boundary line again. I might get you to get this ball out for that flank for me, Matt. It's been stuck there for 5 minutes.
The congestion specialists. Ball to be thrown in. Ruckman missed it. Falcons able to take it away. Hot handball out wide. Taylor got it further afield. Turned over. Baldy up against the boundary line. Kick smothered. And the umpire should call for it once more, and we'll ball it up. The side's operating with fairly vacant forward lines at the moment. As the ruckman jumping over the top there, Schlensog's given away the free kick, and that's Henkel out there that takes the free kick. Long ball inside, attacking 50, bounced past everybody. Taken into the turf there is McGarity. The umpire says we're going nowhere, and I'll ball it up. Stop-start footy here at Shipley Oval. Gippsland 2 straight 12. Geelong 2 behinds on the NG scoreboard. 22.5 minutes in to the first term on the Technica time clock. Desperation in defence for the Falcons. Caught is Taylor. They get it out just in the nick of time. Madigan on hands and knees, scrapping for it, was unable to claim it. Ball's wrapped up once more inside defensive 50 for Geelong. And we'll get another ball up, 45 out from goal on the broadcast side. Umpire puts it back into the air. Power trying to get rid of it. Schlensog went without it. Back on the deck. Eventually pops out of the pack in favour of Smith for the Falcons. High ball into the middle. Foot races on. Patterson chasing after it. Got beaten to the contest by the Falcons, but he followed it up. Did Patterson. Will send it back inside attacking 50 for Gippsland. The fly from behind. Couldn't bring it in. Morton at the front of the footy. Dished the handball off to Taylor for Geelong, who puts it out wide. And they hit up a target on the centre wing outer side. This is Braden Ham.
Ham told to play on, looking for Cooper Stevens. Can't get the second bite of the cherry, and just out of his reach as it dribbles over the boundary line. I'd say a good 70% of this game, first quarter's been played in Gippsland's forward 50 or forward half, and they've only got the 2 goals to show for it. So Geelong, even though they haven't scored a goal yet, not out of this by a long chalk. Gippsland, they go forward into the middle. Geelong take it. They've got a man clear. Tannis goes inboard on the left. Picks out. Oh, nice intercept mark. Nice intercept mark taken there by Jake Vanderplate. They go into the middle to Hayes. Hayes got a big man there. Doesn't miss his target there in Henkel. They lay the handball off, go forward through Bailey Patterson. and on the lead. Nice mark taken by Hourigan as the siren sounds. Quarter time here at Shepley Oval. Gippsland the 2 straight goals, 12 points, and the Geelong Falcons just the 2 behinds, and the goal kickers for Gippsland.
Will Broadbent and Harrison Pepper with the opening 2 goals. Hourigan just should have had a look at the scoreboard, then realised there was only a couple of seconds before the quarter expired, because I reckon he could have gone back and had another attempt.
With 25-minute quarters, you know there's no time on. But anyway, he'll live and learn. We'll take a break here at Shepley Oval. Quarter time, 12 plays 2. You're on TAC Cup Radio.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Cowboys Cash and Carry has moved. They can now be found at 694 High Street, Epping, in the hub in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. And to celebrate the move, they have 50,000 pairs of men's and ladies' denim. A huge range of styles, including Kenji, Maya, Maddox, that normally retail for $100, Cowboys price between $10 and $15. That's right, between $10 and $15. Open 7 days a week. Get along to Cowboys Cash and Carry in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. Another year of TAC Cup football, and your number 1 AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Shepley Oval, just missed McHugh there. It is quarter time on TAC Cup Radio, and Gippsland lead 2 goals straight, 12 to 2 behinds. And played in perfect conditions, Matt. Geelong probably had the better of the first 6 or 7 minutes of the game when they got their 2 behinds, and they looked all over it, and Gippsland really struggled. It took them for ages to even get inside 50, but once they did, they locked the ball in for ages and got 2 goals for it. But I think Geelong have done reasonably well defensively to keep them to that score.
Yeah, they probably had... They could have had 4 scoring opportunities, I reckon, Gippsland, if not more, in the last 20 minutes of that quarter, 18 minutes of that quarter. They definitely had more of it forward of centre. They just couldn't hit up a target inside attacking 50, and Geelong actually did reasonably well to stem the flow. On the flip side, though, they had a couple of opportunities early to hit the scoreboard and were unable to. They only ended up with the 2 behinds from that quarter, so they'd like to be kicking just a little bit straighter in this second term, I'd imagine.
We'll see how they turn out. Earlier today we had, I'll get the scores. Have you got the scores from the Dandenong game? I might be able to get them for you here.
Yeah. Give me a minute, I'll see if...
You still have the... I've got them. Here you go, don't worry. Dandenong 15-16, 106 defeated Sandringham 4-4-28. And that's comprehensive in any man's language. But just watching it out there, and I was sort of talking and watching at the same time, it didn't seem that big a deficit.
No, it was a funny sort of game. Stingrays obviously had most of the control of it, but it wasn't the stab in the heart type style of game. It was just steady as she goes, not doing anything too over the top, too flashy, but getting the job done without putting an exclamation mark on the sentence. So it was a good victory for the Stingrays, but the other thing we have to make mention was that there's a lot of names that are missing at the moment because of the representative football that's ahead of us. So Sandringham did have a lot of players missing, which means it was quite interesting early on trying to pick up who was who. Dandenong, I think, had a few more players that have been a regular part of their TAC Cup side. So I think that was that little bit extra class, execution and awareness around the football that got the Stingrays over the line, as you said, by a fairly healthy margin.
Yesterday we had 3 games in round 8. Bit of an upset here. Northern Knights 49 were defeated by the Rangers 68. The Rebels 71 defeated the Calder Cannons at home 61. And the Western Jets, having one of their best seasons in a long, long time, 65 defeated Bendigo 58. So a couple of upsets there. Our two local sides, Calder and Northern, both dropping games at home. And I don't know if Michael Turner would be tuning. I know he's overseas, Michael Turner, in Europe somewhere, but I'm sure he's tuned in to have a watch of his Geelong Falcons as he has a month overseas. Good luck to you, Michael.
Some people can live the life.
Oh, he deserves it after he got that flag last year. Second quarter action here on TAC Cup Radio. Take it away, Matto.
Better than wearing 4 layers in Dandenong. As the Falcons will go forward, the entry inside 50 just bobbled off the chest. They continue to push it forward there. Parrish sprays it to the left-hand side. Minor score to get things underway in this second term. 3 behinds the Geelong Falcons. 2 straight 12, the Gippsland Power on the NG scoreboard. They bring it towards the broadcast side. Prime position, they spoiled each other in the end there. Opened an opportunity for Floyd, who's put it to the left-hand side. That was Hodge going up in the contest. It's knocked out of his hands. Well, the teammate, they bring it quickly back into a play again. The Power. Hayes, back pocket on the outer side. Gets the 1-2. Dishes it back over the top and gets it back. Hayes puts it towards the centre wing on the outer side. Was searching out there for Baldy. Falcons able to get the intercept. Rayner on centre wing outer side. Puts it inside attacking 50. They fly. No one can bring it in. Patterson mopping up. Taken into the turf. Has numbers to support. Ball brought to the broadcast side. It was a very wide kick. Hurley's able to keep it in play. Wobbly one off the boot. Inboard, risky. Hodge has it all to do. Receives the 1-2 on half back and then puts it straight out on the full. Free kick to go the way of Slenshog on between centre wing and half forward for the Falcons.
Big Blake kicks to the heart of 50. They need a mark. The big men fly for an executive maintenance mark of the day. Doesn't come to hand. Now Gippsland get a nice clearing kick out wide. Beautiful take there by Baldy. He kicks to half forward and a reaching mark there by Fraser Phillips. Phillips on the left boot. Kicks to the top of the square. Could have been hands in the back. and I read it correctly. This is Noah Gown, who will take the resultant free kick, and he's another one with a basketball background. And might be just, is he right? Yep, I thought he might have just tweaked a muscle there, but he's come back. Plenty of basketballers have come from...
Just about to say, is there any basketballers left down in Gippsland, or is...
Well, I asked our good friend Kate Mitchell, I said, why do they produce so many basketballs? She goes, there's nothing else to do, play footy and play basketball down there. Gown comes in, straight through the middle, easy kick. That is Gippsland's third. 3 goals straight, 18 to the Gippsland Power. The Geelong Falcons are just the 4 behinds, and similar to the first quarter, Falcons have spent the first part of the first quarter up in their 50, 2 behinds, and Gippsland goes straight down and kick a goal. 3 minutes in on the Technica time clock. Yes, he's had a big basketball background, Noah Gown, 193 and 91, but has decided to give footy a bit of a crack. Ball thrown up, back in the middle. Henkel, Geelong should get that out through Slenshaw, but all wrapped up in a tackle, and the umpire will come in and ball this up again.
They don't look too foreign to footy either. They all look fairly composed with it.
Yeah, they don't look like basketballers playing footy.
No.
They look like footyers playing footy. Ball kick forward. Geelong comes over the back. Bouncing footy. Gippsland. Kick in hope. Go out wide. Geelong first in there by Jesse Clark. Wheels around onto the left. Puts in the shorty. Too short. Taken by Riley Baldy, known as the Bald Eagle, down at Morwell Recreation Reserve. And he hits up Josh Smith. Smith puts in a short one to no one in particular. Geelong through Torpy, kicks to centre wing, but the Bald Eagle's going to get it again. He's a tough nut, the Eagle. He kicks inside 50 to half forward. Mark over the back, can't take it by Gown, close to the boundary line. And it is a throw-in. We are 4.5 minutes into the second quarter. 18 plays for Gippsland's way.
Bathed in sunshine here, Shipley Oval. Good crowd on the balcony just in front of us and in the grandstand as well. A lot of clipboards noticed today. Rayner puts it towards the centre wing. Bounced off the chest there of Vanderplyte. Power through Hodge, trying to muscle his way through the contest. He's going to be pinged for trying to take on the world. And a free kick to go the way of Ham. Pops it inside, attacking 50, bouncing ball. Just dribbles past everyone. Power trying to mop up across half-back. That was Hourigan. Taken over the line in the end was Bailey Patterson. We'll throw it in. Half-forward flank on the broadcast side for the Falcons. They really need to make the most of this entry forward here, Crooksy.
Need a goal, yeah. They just, I get the feeling if they get a goal, the floodgates mightn't open, but they'll start to find it a bit easier.
Just click into gear a bit more as Morton's taken in the turf. Ball spills free to Rayner. Got it back to Mensch. Puts it towards the top of the goal square. Off hands over the boundary line and out of play.
Bit about momentum, Matt. They're doing all the right things. It just as it get into the business end, it's just not quite coming off with them.
Just falling down across that half-forward area. Just need someone just to straighten them up a little bit as the umpire is going to call for a re-throw-in. 6 minutes into the second term on the Technica time clock. 3 straight 18 Gippsland. The Falcons 4 behinds on the NG scoreboard.
Ball thrown in. Ball in dispute. Comes out. Gippsland with poise. Handball smothered. Good work by Finlay Parish. Brother of Darcy and Cassidy. Got a good flair for names, that family. Yeah. Darcy, Cassidy and Finlay. I'm liking it. Ball thrown in. Good throw in too. Ball bounces twice. Now here's a snap. Here's a snap on goal. Not going to make the distance. Caught underneath it was Zach Hurley, playing his first game for Gippsland today. He kicks across goal, but kicks safely. Finds his teammate. They go here. Oh, strong mark and plays on straight away. the power through Hurley. Dancing around. This is McGarity. Goes forward, caught too high. And Van der Plyte will take the free kick, bang on centre wing. Kicks to just outside 50. 2 bites of the cherry, can't take it. Ball spills, Geelong. Nice handball to Floyd. Floyd on the left boot. Kicks up, the big fella marks it there in Schlenschog. Now the kick measured, comes across and mark taken. Good work there. Tom Richardson plays on straight away. Didn't think he needed to, Matt.
No.
Don't know. You're kicking. There's a free kick against him anyway, but kicking to a bloke on a much worse angle, and you're not making up a lot of ground.
No, and you'd assume from where he was,
in his
would have been
range.
able to, yeah.
Gippsland go to switch play again. This has opened it up for Geelong. Man in front, Ben Morton, has marked this just inside the 50.
We haven't had too many, so I'm going to say that was an executive maintenance mark of the day.
Now here's Big Tom. Tom,
Holden.
go straight ahead, young fella. Yeah, make amends. Tommy Richardson, he would be on a 40-degree angle. He will kick from 27 metres out to the northern end. Richardson comes in. It's a bit of an ugly kick, and he hasn't bothered the scorers.
Maybe I know why he tried to pass it off.
Maybe. Get a bit of confidence there. A bit of ball drop there. Just sort of dropped it too high from hand to boot. And Gippsland to bring the ball back in. 9 minutes in, 18 plays 4.
High ball towards the half-back flank. And a bit of space there was Baldy. Centering ball, risky ball, cutting it off was Rayner, brought it to ground. Numbers with the power. Hayes flicks it to the outer side. Beck takes it on his chest. Will take a bounce on the outer wing. Oh, it bobbled up for him. Had to double back. Still had possession of the footy and gets up the line. Taking the mark on the outer side, I think is...
That was Berkeley McFarlane, who is Gippsland Power's first father-son player. It's a bit of trivia for you, Matt.
Good achievement.
Yeah.
As Hayden's taken the mark for the Falcons. Chip it short. Right in the middle of Shepley Oval. The quick handball comes the way of Rayner. Goes inside, attacking 50 with the kick over the back of the pack. Richardson, just sat unkindly for him. Power rushed it through for a minor score. 5 behinds the Geelong Falcons. They trail Gippsland Power 3 straight 18 on the NG scoreboard. As they've worked it to the wing, Pepper, high ball. Sitting underneath it though is Stevens, got a handball backwards. Risky kick again from the Power, turned over Hayes. Gave the handball across to Hodge, brings it to the broadcast wing, Baldy. His handball went into no man's land. It's extracted here for Stevens, who's caught. Umpire says play on. Campy puts it towards the half-forward flank. Sits okay there for Wilson. Handball over the top to Hayden. His handball over the boundary line and out of play. Half-forward flank broadcast side for the Falcons, who trail 5 behinds. Gippsland Power 3 straight 18 as Lee Brown heads down to the interchange bench by the looks of things to do a bit of coaching.
Bit of ground level coaching. Interesting. Ball thrown in. Might be a bit about their switch of play, Matt. Every time they've done it, Geelong centre back. They're just not punishing him on the scoreboard. All right, Torpy feeds it back out to Knights. Knights kicks into the middle. Logan Taylor loping through the centre of the ground. Kicks out wide. Man on the lead. Can't quite hit it. Chases it up well in Ham. Goes inboard. Now they're a chance through Parrish. Kicks it round the corner and mark taken. Fletcher Wilson has marked. There was a number of double surname names on the ground today. More than most. Fletcher Wilson has marked this. He will kick from 26.5 metres out. Near enough to directly in front. Slightest of angles. No breeze to speak of.
Didn't mind that from the Falcons. They just lowered their vision a bit more with that entry inside 50.
Wilson comes in. kicks. Makes the goal umpire work. It hits the Wilbur post. Break your heart. When you're out, you're out. When you're on, you're on. And when you're not, you're not. That's their sixth straight behind, if you can have 6 straight behinds. 6 points to 3 goals straight, 18, as the Power take it off half-back.
High ball to a contest. Good fist out of play there by Jesse Clark. Get a boundary throw in between centre wing and half forward. Grandstand side of Shepley Oval for the Falcons. As the umpire settles himself to bring the ball back into play. Interesting second term here at Shepley Oval. No sides really claim descendancy at the moment. Power have it on the scoreboard though. McFarlane under pressure. Gets taken. And the umpire says, give it to me, I will ball it up. Corner of the centre square broadcast side for Geelong. Bouncing ball taken away by Motton. Bouncing ball in the middle. Power through McFarlane. Wobbly one inside attacking 50. Bouncing ball. Power trying to keep it in front of themselves here. Neo Clocius.
I was going to leave that one to you, Matt.
Yeah, I was hoping you would help me with that. Thanks, Crooksy. And free kick has ended up going the way of Harvey Neocletios. We're not getting that quite right. Apologies. He's got it on a tight angle, though, up against the fence. Man on the mark stands about 30 metres out from goal. Puts it on its way. Not a bad attempt, just across the face to the left and a minor score. But again, Gippsland get an opportunity to go forward. They at least put something on the scoreboard. Geelong's controlled a little bit of momentum in this second term, and they've been unable to make an impact.
Floyd found Knights, who kicks to half back. Just a slam kick forward by Ritchie. Mark off the chest. Geelong got numbers. It's tight footy. It's not exactly neat and tidy. Good tackle. Had the wherewithal to get it back towards Spiller, who kicks inside 50. Under pressure, taken over the boundary line and out of bounds. Ball will be thrown in. A little bit of push, a little bit of shove, and the ball will be thrown in. 47 metres around from the Falcons' goal. 19 plays 6, 15 minutes in, second term. Ball thrown. In front, good work by Spiller. Hayes for Gippsland, and it's over the boundary line again. 3.5 metres, a bit further round towards the Falcons' goal.
Again, they've got it inside attacking 50, but not able to do much with it beyond that.
It has been 1 goal 1 to 4 behinds in this quarter. Low scoring affair, to say the least. Ball kicked forward by Gippsland. Over the back, the Falcons. Oh, wrapped up in a roly-poly tackle there. And the umpire will ball it up right in front of us, right in front of the grandstand here at Dandenong. Up she goes. Henkel for Gippsland. Can't get it away clean. Gippsland again, a scrubbing kick out. Going towards Gown. Now Geelong at the back. Neat kick. But mark taken. Gee, gutsy. Gutsy mark taken by Bailey Beck.
Just got a bit more intent at the moment, Power. A bit more purpose.
They go in short to Hodge, who kicks to the heart of 50. Good night, Irene, that. Too easy.
Even though those kicks there, they're direct. They know where they're going. They're not panicked. They're not rushed, even though it's through congestion.
Noah Gown had front position there, and he's just marking his territory. Got his run up and his routine. Noah, 193 and 91 kilos. He will kick this from 42 metres out. Again, near enough to directly in front. No angle to really speak of.
This would hurt.
Gown comes in, kicks, and just puts that through very, very easily. 17 minutes in on the Technica time clock. The Gippsland Power move on to 4 goals, 1 at 25. The Geelong Falcons are 6 behinds on the NG scoreboard, and it's just a repeat of the first quarter, to be honest, isn't it?
It is. Impressive by Gowns. Kicked the 2 goals this quarter for the Gippsland Power, and they're just capitalising more when the ball's in their possession at the moment. They get glimpses and they make the most of them. Ball back in the middle. Falcons move it towards centre half forward. Wide handball. It was in the direction of Scott. Ball turned over. And a high tackle there, unfortunately, applied by Pepper. Free kick to go the way of Morton. On half forward, he pops it inside, attacking 50. Pack flies. It's over the back, over the boundary line and out of play in front of Blake Ritchie. We'll throw it in the forward pocket for the Geelong Falcons. 18 gone in the second term on the Technica time clock. 4-1-25 plays 6 behinds for the Geelong Falcons. As it's brought to ground, Falcons, quick hurried kick on goal from Mensch. Goes through for a minor score. 7 behinds now for the Geelong Falcons. Power bring it back into play. Loudon takes the mark, back pocket, broadcast side. Sends it down the boundary line. High ball, 2-on-1 favouring the Falcons, and they've infringed the contest. Free kick to go the way of Gown at half back for the Gippsland Power. Wobbly one on the boot. Oh, Schlensog lost it in the sun. Goes in after it. Didn't have the footy as he was being tackled. Free kick to go the way. The big man on the half-back flank, Crooksy.
Big bad Blake has got this on half-back. Puts in a neat kick. Spots up his teammate in Hayden Spiller. Looking for Richardson, overcooks it. Richo can just get the ball, taps the ball forward, looking for a rover, and can't find it. And Richardson just sort of turned his back on play and ran all the way down to full forward. Unusual in this day and age where everyone's attracted to where the footy is. He went the opposite way. That's good. The ball, Gippsland. Scrub kick forward. Gown gets it, slips over. Geelong, feed a handball out. But again, Gibby just have that bit more urgency in the run. It's just rugged footy, stacks on the mill, and the umpire will come in and ball this up. That was Pepper. Just attacked the footy.
It's intent at the moment that I think is getting the Gippsland Power over the line. It's not enormous pressure, but it's just enough.
Ball kick forward by Madigan. Little tap forward, little spike forward for Geelong.
That's probably what's letting the Power down, not letting them dominate possession of the footy. It's the second effort, so they're not quite there. The first attempt, there's a lot of intent, but then it just falls away.
4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Floyd's got it, kicks it round the corner. Big Richo tries to get it, squeezes a little handball out. Ball under pressure. Now Gippsland clear again. Might have just... Whoa. Photo finish, developed print. Pepper's claimed the mark. He's not giving them any other time. Big Blake Shenshog's got it.
Justice.
Kicks deep, deep, deep. Again they look for Richo. It's a bit too high. Ball bounces at the front. Power with the numbers in defence. Taps out to Pepper. Quick handball towards the boundary line. And the ball will be thrown back in. 21.5 minutes into the second term. Ball in the Geelong forward line. See if they can squeeze one goal out before half time. Cooper Stevens has got it. Kicks it around the corner. It's curling. Richardson. Front position, rush through for another behind. That's 8 behinds for the Falcons. The Gippsland Power of 4-1-25 on the NG scoreboard, 22 minutes in. on the Technica time clock.
Power bring it back into play relatively quickly. Handball over the top. Was a little hot there from Connolly over the boundary line and out of play. Throw it in on the half-back flank for the Gippsland Power. Well in control on the scoreboard. The umpire just settles himself underneath the big old gum tree on that outer side here at Shipley Oval. Ball out the back. McFarlane kicks it down along the line, searching there for Smith. Couldn't take the mark, but followed up his work. Long ball inside, attacking 50 contest. Free kick going the way of the Gippsland Power. I think it might have just been there.
He was manhandled.
So Henkel.
And he was giving away size. You've got to do something, otherwise the bloke will just monster you. So you've got to do everything in your power, pardon the pun, to stop him.
But again, Power get an opportunity to go inside attacking 50 and they're going to convert. One way or the other as Henkel comes in and puts it straight over the top of the goal umpire's hat. So Gippsland Power moved to 5-1-31. Geelong Falcons are 8 behinds on the NG scoreboard. And it is 23.5 minutes into the second term on the Technica time clock. I'd love to see the statistics of time in possession.
Oh, absolutely. And time in the forward line. And it's 8 scoring shots to 6. And the 6 scoring shots are leading by 23 points. That's the way it works. Throw, says the umpire. Geelong have got a minute to get a goal here. So they want to get the ball back to Cooper Stevens as quick as they can, which they have. Stevens.
Straight down the guts.
Big long kick to Richo. That's what the way they go. Richo's on the charge. He goes after it, gathers it, handballs back inboard, caught in the tackle. Good work, Gippsland, good defence. Under a heap of pressure.
Showed a little bit of speed there, Richardson.
He did. He's got a liking of the talent manager of Sandringham, Ryan O'Connor, about him. For those old enough of us to remember Rhino when he was playing for the Bombers. Ball thrown in the shadows of the post here. Caught in a tackle. Umpire will come in and ball this up. Can they squeeze a miracle out just very, very late here?
I reckon they're going to run out of time.
Tap, snap, no. Gippsland clear it. As the siren sounds at half time, 5-1-31. Gippsland Power lead it by 23 points. The Geelong Falcons are 8 behind, and the goal kickers for the Power boys.
The Power, Sue to scored both of them in that second term. Ryland Henkel with one, Broadbent and Pepper the other 2 goal kickers for Gippsland, and unfortunately for the Falcons, they haven't got a goal on the board at the moment.
All right, we will take a break here at Shepley Oval, the second of the doubleheader. Dandenong had a big win over the Sandy Dragons in the first game. You are locked in to TAC Cup Radio.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football, and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. Z Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Cowboys Cash and Carry has moved. They can now be found at 694 High Street, Epping, in the hub in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. And to celebrate the move, they have 50,000 pairs of men's and ladies' denim. A huge range of styles, including Kenji, Maya, Maddox, that normally retail for $100, Cowboys price between $10 and $15. That's right, between $10 and $15. Open 7 days a week. Get along to Cowboys Cash and Carry in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Sheckley Oval, it is half-time and the Gippsland Power 5-1-31 are leading the Falcons 8 behinds. And special guest with us, Matt, at half-time.
We do. The captain of the Gippsland Power, Xavier Duursma, joins us up here in the nice cosy commentary box. Welcome,
sure
Xavier.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Tell us what the reason you're not playing today.
Today, the boys, I'm not out there today. We have Vic Country, so I've made the Vic Country team. We're flying up to Sydney next week. I'm up on Friday, so we're just being rested for this week. So yeah, a few of us Big Country boys.
Would you love to be out there, Xavier?
Yeah, it's
you would, wouldn't you?
It's sort of killing me a little bit sitting on the bench with the iPad doing little flicks and moves and stuff. But yeah, I'd definitely rather be out there than having the iPad. I'll tell you that.
Footy's much more fun out in the green grass than any other part of it. Isn't it?
Certainly is. Yes. Indeed.
Tell us the Xavier Duursma. So the first thing for all the old blokes like me.
Yes.
Duursma. I've only heard that surname once before. It was a bloke called Jamie Duursma who used to play for Melbourne.
Yeah,
you're related
right
to him?
Yes, I sure am. That's my uncle.
That's your uncle.
That's my uncle, yes.
Has he had much to do with your footy?
Yeah, he's been a bit of a influence for me. He lives in Frankston, so he lives around here. But he usually comes to watch me probably 2 or 3 times a year, and I get on pretty well with him. He's a pretty good figure in my life. He comes down and is really supportive of me, and gives me advice and stuff like that. And I take it along because he's been at the highest level.
Yeah,
so he obviously knows a lot about the game, and he wants to pass that knowledge on to me, which I'm very grateful for. And he knows what he's talking about. So. And
he played in some very good Melbourne sides. I know they're not premiership-winning sides, but he played in really good Melbourne sides with great players.
With great players, exactly right. So yeah, he knows what he's talking about. So I take that on.
So tell us where'd you start your footy? Where'd you grow up and your footy?
I was born in Melbourne. So I was born in Melbourne in Box Hill. But then my family moved down to Foster. Down in South Gippsland near Wilson's Prom. So
beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, very, very beautiful. So I've been at Foster my whole life. I grew up for Corner Inlet Stingrays. That was my junior club for under 11s and 13s, and then Foster Football Club for under 15s, under 18s. Yeah, so there.
And how did you find your way to the Gippsland Power? What's the course you have to take?
So usually you'd be just play local footy, and you'd play probably interleague level footy. And then you get talent ID'd from there, and you get an invitation to Gippsland Power. And I was lucky enough to do it as a bottom major. In 15, so I was 14. I first played for Gippsland Power, which is pretty good. And then you just go from there. So every time you play local footy, and Gippsland Power people are watching. So it just goes from there, and then you become part of the system, and then you go from there. Yeah.
And how did you find the transition from that kind of footy, from local footy, into Gippsland and perhaps the facilities down at Morwell Recreation Reserve?
They are certainly very good. It's probably got the best outside the AFL, I'd say. It definitely goes up a level, and the coaching and the knowledge that comes around the game definitely goes up a level as well. The players you get to play with, you make good mates there, but they're also really good footballers, and you have to respect them and respect the opposition you play against. And I think that's the major difference, between playing local footy and playing TAC Cup, is just the difference of the intensity. But just the people around you. You're surrounded by players who want to be the best they can. So you want to be. Yeah, it works well, exactly.
You've been in the TAC Cup system for a couple of years.
Yep.
by the sounds of things. What's the biggest change that you've seen, both for yourself in terms of your development, but across the competition as well?
I think across the competition, I think it's the pressure. I think as we see in the AFL today with Richmond, just the pressure has just increased incredibly. Yeah, it's a bit like that.
I saw it last night.
Yeah, we saw it last night.
From the red and black ankle.
Yeah, exactly right. No, I think it's just that the pressure has increased over the last couple of years. It's just increased so much, and it's become the #1 focus of a lot of teams is to just have that pressure. Whereas at local clubs and sort of lower level football, it's just it's not as much of a sort of a focus. It's still obviously there, but just the TAC Cup level. I've found that both myself, the pressure increases, and the putting on pressure, and then just every team does it, and it comes really quickly, so you have to adjust to that.
Tell us about, what does your week look like? You're still at school?
Yeah, still at school.
School, yeah. So where do you go to school?
I go to school at Foster Secondary College.
Foster Secondary College. So what is a typical week for Xavier Duursma look like?
What's a typical week? From Monday, I do a bit of dance. My mum's a dance teacher, so I get roped into doing that. It's good fun, but
Well, do you know who else used to do a bit of dancing?
James Hurd.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Didn't do him any harm.
No, didn't do him any harm at all. He's very, very good talent.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah, okay.
Monday is a bit of dance. Tuesday is also a bit of that. So I do my core and my rolling and foam program. So making sure the body's right after that. That's also dance night. And then Wednesday is a Gippsland power training. So I head down to Morwell.
How do you get there?
From Foster, so you go through maybe north to Morwell. Yeah. Me and my dad drive.
Drive, yep. Your dad drives you?
Yeah.
You drive with the old plates, get the hours up?
Get the hours up, exactly right. That takes about an hour and 10 to get to Morwell from Foster. Thursday I work. I've got my job, so I work there.
What's your part-time?
At Inside Out. So it's a clothes and shoe shop. In Foster. It's a great little business, and it's good fun. I love my job.
Good fun, yeah.
Yep. And then Fridays Friday sort of changes. It depends on sort of what Saturday's looking like for footy. So Saturday or Sunday footy. Usually just be coming home and having a bit of a rest and getting the body right for tomorrow. Or Friday night, sometimes I like to come in and just do the front desk for my mum at dance. So yeah. A lot of dance involved stuff. Yeah,
doesn't sound like you've got much spare time.
No, it's not much spare time at all. Not much spare time.
Is your girlfriend complaining that you're not paying her enough attention?
Not a girlfriend, mate.
Not at this stage?
No girlfriend at this stage.
Not to when you finish with us.
No, I don't have time.
You're a good catch. Don't worry about that. That's a big week.
Yeah, it's action packed, but you get.
And your school? You enjoy school? Or?
Yeah, school's good. I don't mind school. It's getting to the pointy end of the year.
Year as
12,
well.
Yeah, year 12. So.
How do you study?
You just got to try and. I'm pretty lucky. I did a year 12 subject last year, so I got extra couple of study periods at school. So I try and fit as much as I can in those study periods. But I'll try and find a little bit of time in between what I'm doing and try and get it at night or just after school before I do the stuff. So yeah, there's always time to do it. It's just whether I'm disciplined enough to do it is the thing.
You've got to be doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
What about diet for a young footballer?
Diet? Yeah, it's obviously very important. If you eat the right stuff, it definitely helps your performance. I usually have probably my daily routine to eat Wheat Bix in the morning, milk.
How many?
4.
4
Wheat Bix.
Okay, that's good.
4 Wheat Bix. Lunch is usually 2 sandwiches. Unfortunately, brown bread. That's what Mum gives me. Unfortunately, it doesn't taste good at all.
Cardboard.
It is. It tastes horrible. I'd much rather white bread, but it's no good for you.
Yeah.
Usually 2 sandwiches. Doesn't matter what's in it. And then dinner Usually varies, but most of the time it's pasta or rices and stuff. I like my curry, so yeah, usually something along those lines. Yeah.
So you're conscious of your diet as well?
Yeah, conscious.
Yeah,
Got to make sure that you eat the right stuff. Don't eat too much crap.
Who do you follow in the AFL?
The Brisbane Lions.
The Brisbane Lions?
Yeah, Brisbane Lions.
Well, I won't give you enough score update.
No.
The last time I looked, they were about 8 goals down in the second quarter. So
that's all right.
and Essendon are going to clean them up next Sunday too. So don't worry about that.
Hopefully not.
So the Brisbane Lions, is there anyone at the Lions you'd model your game on, or is anyone in the AFL?
I used to try and model my game on either Vossi or Simon Black. Yeah, they were some of my favourite players growing up as a kid.
Okay, so they're good choices.
Two absolute legends of the game, exactly right. So, yeah, they are. And at the minute, I'd probably say Zorko. I love Zorko. I love the way that he goes about it. You know, he's had a bit of a tag at the start of the year. He had to try and shake that. And I think he's done that the last few weeks. He's been hitting the scoreboard as well as getting high disposals and helping his team out with pressure as well. So he's doing everything for his team. And your main position on the ground for Gippsland? I'd usually midfield, but I do sort of rotate a bit of everywhere as well. So, but most midfield. Yeah. What are your feelings towards the draft? Do you allow yourself to think of that sort of stuff? Yeah, certainly do. I think you have to at least think about it, because it could be happening at the end of the year, and you've got to try and think about the future. So I think a bloke got made a legend in the AFL during the week, spoke about everyone should have a dream. Yeah, exactly right. And that's so there's no use denying the dream. That's what your dream is. You want to sort of get out there. No, that's the dream. So you have to acknowledge it, and you've got to try and push towards it. So yeah, do everything exactly. I definitely acknowledge that's my dream. So, good work. Yes. And you'd be happy to go anywhere? I'd be happy to go anywhere. Yes, okay. Certainly will be. I mean, you have to be willing to go everywhere if you're country boy. So you're going to move. Just quickly, what do you hope to achieve out of the next couple of weeks with the Vic Country squad? What I hope to achieve? I just like to be able to play consistent footy. I think if I get, I think I'll be starting somewhere around the half back line for Vic Country. So if I just play consistent footy and beat my man, I'll be wrapped with that. I'm just trying to do that, and hopefully get wins. Who coaches Vic Country? Big Country, Matt Battistello. Okay. Yep. All right. Yep. Have you've had a little bit to do with him so far in the lead up? Yep. Differences between he and Lethal Lee Brown? You're just getting some support from the coaching staff there? Differences between him? They got a few similarities. They're both very demanding as a coach, which is good. You need to have that. But I think just their charisma's a bit different. Brownie's probably a bit more laid back, I'd say. Batters is very intense. Strict. Yeah, very intense, but it's good because he also knows when to have fun as well. Okay. And it's a good balance, especially with teenage boys. It's a good balance to have a bit of fun as well in there. On behalf of Matt and I hope he gets drawn to move as far as Tullamarine with Essendon. We'd like to see you out at the Bombers, mate, if you could. Look good. Well done, mate. Thank you very much. Great work. Thanks for coming in. Thank you very much. I think your team's going pretty well here. Yeah. The boys hopefully get up. We want to see the Power in September. We haven't seen them in September the last few years. No, we were there last year, but only for a week. So, just for a week, yeah. So hopefully, especially with the team we have this year, I think we can go very deep in September. Very well. So, yeah, it should be right. Have a good one. Thank you very much. Well done, mate. We'll take a break. Be back on TAC Cup Radio with the second half. Power leading 31-8.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Cowboys Cash and Carry has moved. They can now be found at 694 High Street, Epping, in the hub in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. And to celebrate the move, they have 50,000 pairs of men's and ladies' denim. A huge range of styles, including Kenji, Maya, Maddox, that normally retail for $100, Cowboys price between $10 and $15. That's right, between $10 and $15. Open 7 days a week. Get along to Cowboys Cash and Carry in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. Z Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this.
Back here at Shepley Oval, the third quarter is 30 seconds underway, 5-1-31. Gippsland to Geelong, 8 behinds. Thanks to Xavier Duursma, captain of the Gippsland Power, for taking time at half-time, and he's gone straight back to do his duties down on the bench with his iPad down there. The great team, man. We're both very impressed with him, weren't we?
Yep, and as you said, Crooks, he looked very good in a red and black jumper.
Oh, I've earmarked him. We'll both have a chat to
Hello,
Adrian, if you're listening. We've found one for you again. Ball, Gippsland. They go forward through Neocleus. Ball in dispute. Oh, good work by the Power. Kick smothered off by Fraser Phillips. Then it's just hacked forward by Campbell Tannis to centre wing. Off hands, good solid bump. Torpy underneath handball. Big Blake Shenshog. Again they go forward. First time up again Geelong. They wheel around on the left boot. They set sail for home. Braden Ham to the right. Doing everything we possibly can to get him a goal here. 9 behinds to 5-1. It is 22 points the difference. We're 2 minutes in to the third term. Take it away, Maddo.
Long ball out of the defensive goal square for the Gippsland Power. Goes over the top of the contest. They're able to mop things up on half-back. Patterson under pressure. Flicks a handball. Patterson gets it back still on half-back. Now long ball towards the centre wing. Good grab in the end taken there by Lachlan Smith for the Geelong Falcons. And he'll get a 50-metre penalty. Assuming there's some sort of encroachment on the mark or someone in that protected zone, which is why Smith will be brought. Man on the mark to 45 metres out.
Can he get it? Got a nice set of boots on him too.
Look all right. Hopefully they can do the job. Smith comes in. Not a bad attempt.
Hello.
Not a bad attempt.
Oh.
Just to the left-hand side.
Come on, Geelong.
10 behinds. The Geelong Falcons. Gippsland Power 5-1-31. As they play out of the defensive goal square again through Sparks. High ball towards the half-back flank. Ball off hands. Loudon got a handball inboard. Turned over. Falcons with numbers. Running it through the middle. Cartledge. Sorry, that's Smith. Comes to the deck. Just spinning their way through traffic. Kick smothered. Desperate stuff by the Power on the half-back line. They're taken into the turf. The umpire says we're going nowhere and we'll ball it up. As a little bit of cloud cover that's descended on Shepley Oval and just changed the attitude of a couple of players out there.
Got a bit narky. Ball thrown up. Hayes goes underground. Ball just bobbling about now, hacked out of the air. Deep into attack. Big Richo gets it. Lays off a little handball. Kicked around that corner. It's into the goal square. The big men fly. Oh, 2 bites of the cherry off hands of the pack. Is that the 10th or the 11th behind?
11th.
Gippsland bring the ball back in. It's going to come back from whence it came. Handball over. Handball to Cooper Stevens under pressure. Breaks the first tackle. Can't break the second. Ball back in dispute. Gippsland driven into the dirt. No free kick, says the umpire. There's another slam into the dirt. He's letting the play go. And eventually the whistle blows. 5-1 to 11 behinds. Have you ever seen a scoreboard like this one? Almost double the scoring shots. Young for Gippsland, kicks out to half back. Oh, nice mark taken in front there by Austin Hodge.
He's been impressive.
He has. Hodgie goes into the middle. Floyd. I'll be getting the ball in the hands of Floyd more often if I was them. Defensive punch over the boundary line out of bounds right in front of the NG scoreboard, which is now luminescent, if that's a word. It's glowing over there on the half-forward flank as the skies have got darker.
I'm not sure, but the Seagulls have also arrived. Know what that usually means at the MCG.
A bit of rain coming. Ball thrown in. Go, Maddo.
This is the Geelong Falcons on half-back. Oh, great tackle there applied. Was it rewarded? It is. That was McGarity that laid the tackle at centre half-back. Just assesses his options. And decides in the end to go to the outer half-back flank where Connolly takes the mark. And he goes towards centre wing from behind. Good grab from Slingshog. Elects to play on. Wants to switch the ball to the broadcast side. Power, though, intercept and will send it inside. Attacking 50 on the lead. Unable to get it cleanly there with the power. Geelong Falcons able to mop up off half-back. The kick from Floyd. Out on the full. It's too far for Bailey Scott, and a free kick will go the way of Ryan Sparks. Centre wing broadcast side, he's called to play on. Has to track backwards. Mark taken by Van der Pleyt. He'll go inside defensive 50 for the Gippsland power. Hourigan switches play to the outer side. Taken there by 41, I think that is, out on the ground for the Gippsland power.
It's a new one, we'll find him.
There's the mark, they've worked it to Neo Closhus on the centre wing outer side. Goes towards the half forward flank. Schlinsog takes another intercept mark.
Big bad Blake. Inside defensive 50, told to play on. Puts in a shorty. Oh, mark dropped, which should have been taken. They butter up through Smith. Kick out wide. Here's a chance. They go in short. Spiller, Hayden Spiller, gives it off. They kick deep. Might have been a free kick there. Umpire says no. Thought he might have been attacked from the front.
Oh.
Kicked in defence, but mark taken here by Logan Taylor. He goes to the top of the 50. It's got too much on it. Geelong, they're doing everything they can to get this ball forward.
Oh.
Could have been in the back. Someone not agreeing with the umpire in the crowd, but Riley Hayden has it. He's right in front. He's kicking from 50 under darkened skies here at Shepley Oval. A few leads on. He kicks low, deep. No one in particular in the end, and Gippsland look to clear. Ball still in dispute in the forward pocket. And it has found the boundary line. 8 minutes in. 5-1, 31 to 11 behinds. Half time at Etihad. 81 plays 26. Our Kangaroo colleagues will be very happy they made the effort to go in. Maddo. As Gippsland waltz out of defence, Bailey Beck at full stretch marks it on half back. He looks forward, kicks it to centre wing. Geelong first in. Beck gets it again, gets on his left boot. This time he finds the eagle in Baldy. He looks like your typical rough, nut, hard, tough Gippsland power halfback flanker as he kicks forward. Shenshog comes off hands. They kick out wide. Campy. Brady Campy on true halfback, grandstand side or western side of the ground. Kicks to centre wing. The big men fly. No one can take it. Again, Baldy, and it comes out. Tell you what we're struggling for, Matt. An AFL Draft Central goal of the day and an executive maintenance mark of the day contender.
Yep, haven't been too many of either.
Ball, we're bang on centre wing, right in front of us, right in front of the camera. We get a beautiful shot of this one. Up they go, tap down. Young caught in a tackle, driven into the dirt. And the umpire, they're just getting a little bit flingy with the arms, a little bit testy.
Frustration.
It'll end in tears, you can tell. Young gets it out the back, shrugs the tackle. Now Beck gets it right into heavy traffic, dispossessed. Geelong, he's caught in a tackle and holding the ball. Need to get rid of that one straight away. And Alex Young will take the resultant free kick.
Young, not quite sure what to do with it, and he's kicked it straight into the man on the mark in Taylor. They retreat backwards, bouncing ball for the Gippsland power under a bit of pressure, another smother. That time it was Hayden. Tries to keep the ball in, he has to reply the tackle, great tackle in the end. And the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Forward pocket on the outer side in front of the NG scoreboard. The 20-point lead in favour of the Gippsland power. Geelong yet to get a goal on the board. They're inside attacking 50. Ball pushed across the boundary line and out of play. That's on the NG scoreboard, 11 minutes into the third term on the Technica time clock. Again, Geelong dominating the inside 50s in this third term. Just unable to convert with majors. Tap went the way that time of Smith. Power able to extract it, but it goes straight down the throat on the outer side of Rayner, I think that is, who sends it inside, attacking 50, over the back. Good, strong grab taken by Bent Velzen. And Bent Velzen will chip it short. Okay, into the back pocket outer side for the Gippsland power. Hurrigan wants to switch play, has numbers on this broadcast side. One of them is Patterson. Looks for options, it's now congested in front of him. Pops it short, player running into space there is Connolly on half-back. Pops it towards the centre wing on the broadcast side. Fist applied there from Broadbent over the boundary line and out of play. We'll throw it in right in front of our broadcast position here at Shepley Oval.
Good,
it's right
in
front
too, Matt, isn't it?
It is.
Perfect, right next to the coach's boxes, right on centre wing.
It's a great vantage point. One of the best, I'd have to say. Certainly from a TAC Cup perspective, although having said that, Cardinia Park was pretty good last year in the finals.
That was pretty snazzy, but no, I don't mind this. Good elevation. 5-1, 31 to 11 behinds. Ball thrown in. Might have been in the back. Gippsland will get the resultant free kick in. Josh Smith. Smith squares it to the middle. Motten goes cross again. No good. Geelong intercept by Parrish. Gets it over to Hayden. He shrugs the tackle, lays the handball off. Now it's a long kick by Parrish. Comes over the back. Ball near the goal line and hits the post. 12 behinds to Geelong. 5, and great kicking by Gippsland, 5-1.
They've had
exemplary.
Twice as many scoring shots, Geelong.
And 19 points in arrears. Oh, now there's an executive maintenance mark of the day contender by Nick Loudon of Gippsland. Strong contested mark. Geelong are going to run this off half back. Lachlan Smith kicks to half forward, half volley. They're able to work the ball off half back. They kick out wide and will beat all comers over the boundary line, out of bounds, centre wing, 14 minutes in.
It's a funny old game, isn't it?
It's
neither side's taken it by the scruff of the neck.
No.
Gippsland are in front on the scoreboard, but I reckon they've got another couple of gears
to find.
And Geelong, their forward line just not functioning this afternoon. Hurried kick from Motton. Inside attacking 50 for the Power. Here's a go for Hodge. Pops it to the top of the goal square. Banging it through there was Pepper. That's his second. And after all that time, our first for the second half. But again, quick transition, link-up play from the Gippsland Power. What do they do when they have an opportunity to go forward? They capitalise. 6-1-37, Gippsland 11 behinds the Geelong Falcons on the NG scoreboard. 15 minutes in to the third term on the Technica time clock.
It's a cruel game. Cruel game if you're a Falcon today. Up they go in the ruck. Stevens trying to get the ball out of the middle. Hayes, good evasive skills. They go forward through Patterson. They go deep. Oh, courage. Courage there. Good work, Cooper Cartledge. And 50 metres.
Great courage.
He would have heard it coming.
We haven't got many executive maintenance mark of the day contenders, but have we got Courage Act for the day contender?
The Cowboys cash and carry. Courage Act of the day. That could be a new segment for us. All right, Cartledge. He's in the middle of the ground. He kicks to the edge of 50. The big men fly. Comes to the back of the pack. Goes forward by Bent Velson, but the mark is taken by Rayner. Keaton Rayner has to play on. Gets around his man pretty easily. Zips a lovely pass in. Spots up Braden Ham, who again on the lead. Courage again. Torpy around the corner. And straight through the middle, you beauty. The Falcons are on the board and they go to him. Well done, Sam Torpy on the left boot. Gave it plenty of air and they've got one on the board. That's the way to go.
And because we haven't got many, I'm saying that's an AFL Draft Central goal of the day contender.
Well, no, good contender. That was a good goal in the end. He was under a bit of pressure. And that gets him to 1 goal 11-17 to 6-1-37 on the NG scoreboard. 17 minutes in. Thanks to NG, it's a marquee game for the Gippsland Power and TAC Cup Radio.
Yeah, big broadcast partner with us, NG. We do appreciate their support. And at the moment, their side is going very well, although Geelong, can they find a bit of momentum now? Not if they kick it like that. Power take the intercept on the broadcast wing. Beck sends it inside, attacking 50, looking for Pepper, who nearly goes over the top of the fence. And we'll get a boundary throw in. Half forward flank on the broadcast side for the Gippsland Power with a 20-point lead on the NG scoreboard. 17 and a half minutes into the third term on the Technica time clock. Thrown back into play. Spiller has a couple of cracks to try and get rid of it. Goes back in once more. Got a handball out. They dive on top of the footy. The umpire says we're going nowhere. And I'll ball it up. 45 metres out from goal for the Power. Ball up. Tap went the way that time of Henkel. Pops it into the pocket for the Gippsland Power, who were ridden into the turf. The umpire said it was okay. Just a scrappy maul over the top of the ball. And we'll get another ball up. Still inside attacking 50 for Gippsland. Umpire just waits for the ruckman to nominate. They do now. They ended up missing it. Geelong get a hurried kick away from the contest. Bouncing ball, awkward for Beck. He was able to keep it in play. Head over the top of the footy. He'll go back in once again. Yeah, it was an interesting hip and shoulder. Stevens spills his way out. Knights goes across to the opposite side of the ground where Torpy, the only goal kicker so far for the Geelong Falcons, takes the mark in the back pocket. Looks to centre it. Good kick. Cartledge takes the mark. In defensive 50, it's a wobbly one off the boot, but it's okay. Rayner takes the kick, pops it over the top. They got players in space here. One of them's Madigan. He's going to put it inside, attacking 50 for Geelong. The fly, no one can bring it in. He's hovering here again, Madigan. Handball doesn't favour him. Applying the tackle there was Taylor. On the deck. Rayner tries to keep it in front of himself. Power with numbers. Kick, smothered. Back on the deck. Desperate stuff on the half-back line. And we'll get a ball up in front of a very healthy crowd sitting in the grandstand and standing on the nice deck here at Shepley Oval. It's only a 20-point lead in favour of the Gippsland Power on the NG scoreboard. We've ticked into the 20-minute mark of the third term on the Technica time clock. The umpire says holding the ball. I thought it was in the in the back.
You, me, and just about everyone.
Yeah.
Gippsland kick to half forward. They all miss it. Oh, good. Spectacular stuff. There's a free kick. It's going to the Geelong Falcons in Morton. His kick is smothered. Young, it's a funny old kick, but the mark is taken by Josh Smith with a nice dive in gully to dismiss the batsman. He kicks to half forward. He was worked underneath the ball. Advantage by Beck. He kicks a chaos ball inside 50. Geelong. Yes, now they've got a chance. They've got a man out wide. Stevens feeds it out to Torpy, who kicks deep inside 50, close to the boundary. 21 minutes into the third quarter. And if they could just snag another goal here, it is interesting times with a quarter to go.
Considering the scoring shots they've had, compared to what the Gippsland Power have had, if they can kick a bit straighter, they are a chance. It's only 20 points.
Ball thrown in. Down on ground level. Gippsland kick smothered. They get rid of it by hand to Loudon. Big Blake Shenshog. Caught in a tackle. Gets boot to ball somehow, but mark taken. And that's Motten. Bodie Motten. Defensive side of centre wing. Kicks to half forward. The big men fly. Mark taken by Gown. He's been impressive. Just stops on his first attempt to kick. Says he'll kick it long, he'll kick it long. And kick it long he does. Two bites of the cherry at the back. Tackle, kick, smother, boundary line. 22 and a half minutes. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. There's 20 points of difference. We are 20 metres around from the Gippsland goal. Ball thrown in. No ruckman gets a hand to it. Gippsland half a chance. Caught in a tackle. Dispossessed. Evades. Feeds out the handball. Now a quick handball. Gippsland. Kick one. Beck. Oh, lovely mark. Bailey Beck. That's a contender. Just in the right position. He was just about 25% in front of his man, and as soon as he saw the ball didn't quite come off the boot, he just got good advantage, jumped high for the ball, took it at its highest point, and now Bailey Beck will kick this from 35 metres out directly in front and makes absolutely no mistake for the Gippy Power. That's their 7th. Their kicking is exemplary. 7 goals, 1, 43 to 1 goal, 11, 17 on the NG scoreboard, and we are just approaching 24 minutes on the Technica time clock.
And again, entry, conversion for the Gippsland Power. Simple equation.
It'll be the only stat that matters at the end of the day.
Yep. A bit like our game last
That's
night.
Yeah.
Not that we're mentioning it. Ball in the middle. Power again. Baldy will kick it towards half forward. Up there, McFarlane tries to trap it in. Power, hurried kick forward, bouncing ball. Torpy chasing after it for the Geelong Falcons. Gets clobbered. Opportunity there for Hodge. Just didn't get enough bend on it, and a minor score. 7-2-44. In that kicking, he should get dragged. 7-2-44 to 1-11-17 on the NG scoreboard. 24 and a half minutes into the third term on the Technica time clock. That's a Barry Crocker. That's a shocker. Free kick to go the way of McFarlane. Centering ball. Perfect delivery to Alex Young.
This'll hurt.
And the three-quarter time siren. And I reckon this will put the game away.
They're going to kick 2 goals in the last 90 seconds.
Alex Young. He's 179 centimetres and 77 kilos. Comes in for the Gippsland Power. And the kick is just to the left-hand side. 7-3-45, the Gippsland Power with a very handy lead at three-quarter time. 1-11-17, the Geelong Falcons on the NG scoreboard. Goal kickers to three-quarter time. Noah Gown has 2, as does Harrison Pepper. Singles to Bailey Beck, Rylan Hinkle and Will Broadbent. And the only goal kicker which came in that term for the Geelong Falcons is Samuel Torpy.
We'll take a break here. It is 45 playing 17. You're on TAC Cup Radio. You were on TAC Cup Radio.
I didn't think the game was that bad.
Phil's just pushed the wrong button.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Cowboys Cash and Carry has moved. They can now be found at 694 High Street, Epping, in the hub and the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. And to celebrate the move, they have 50,000 pairs of men's and ladies' denim. A huge range of styles, including Kenji, Maya, Maddox, that normally retail for $100, Cowboys price between $10 and $15. That's right, between $10 and $15. Open 7 days a week. Get along to Cowboys Cash and Carry in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Shepley Oval, just a score correction. It's the Geelong Falcons are 1 goal 12-18 to Gippsland 7-3-45. I think there was a hit the post there, which the scoreboard attendants just missed. So that doesn't make it that makes it a slightly worse picture for Geelong, to be honest, doesn't it? 1 goal 12. They got their first goal that quarter by Sam Torpey, and we're just saying off air, if we had the stats, I'm pretty sure there'd be, with all the contested, uncontested, marks, hit-outs, clearances, all those things, they would be well in the game. And they're scoring shots at 13-10 now. So Gippsland have kicked 1 goal well late in that quarter, just to balloon that score out. So yeah, I know that Geelong haven't had a very good season this season so far, and I reckon they'll see this as one that they might have let slip.
One that they'll rue. Well, as you said, they've had the opportunities, and I'd suggest even in that third term they would have had the momentum of their game, and it was only really when the Power broke the lines that they were able to extend their lead. So yeah, the perception is that Geelong are winning most of the stats in our eyes. It's just the conversion that's letting them down. It's almost like there's too many players inside 50.
Yeah, it's a bit crowded.
They don't know where to go or what to do.
Or yeah, that's exactly right. They've got the numbers there, but there's sort of no polish just to do that. Whereas Gippsland, when they're and then again they're doing it sort of a little bit in spits and spurts, but when they are spurting it, it looks pretty sharp and it looks pretty clean. And apart from the last boy, Alex Young, it's probably the first time we've sort of seen a reasonably easy set shot missed all day, and that was just to the left of the post as well. There's both huddles break up.
That'd probably be one thing that if you're a Powers fan you'd be a little bit disappointed about. It's just that consistency across the quarter. There's probably windows of a couple of minutes, a couple of times each quarter that they've had the ascendancy. And so that's just a little bit that's missing at the moment for Gippsland, but apart from that, they're in front on the scoreboard, and that's what counts when we hear this siren for the final time.
All those players that are in the Vic Country squad are not playing. They've got some beauties as well. All right, last quarter action here from Dandenong. Take it away, Maddo.
Falcons will win the clearance through Stevens, who goes inside attacking 50 with that kick. Intercept mark, though, taken by Hourigan. Brings it to the broadcast side. Nice grab taken by Bailey Beck. Half-back flank. Pops it over the top. Good hit up target there, Baldy. Between centre wing and half-back for the Gippsland Power on the broadcast side. He's put that one well wide. One of his first blemishes of the day there, Baldy. Been impressive for the Gippsland Power as Slenshog goes inboard. Morton kicks it towards centre half forward, punched out of the hands of Richards as the ball is brought wide. Bailey Beck sitting underneath it, couldn't take the mark. Handball over the top to Smith. Vacant space at half forward. Foot race is on between the two number 37s. Getting there first, it was Campy for the Geelong Falcons. They're under all sorts of pressure and defence. Great tackle there by Hodge. Umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. There's a bit more aggro between the players inside attacking 50.
Ball thrown up. Gippsland hacking kick forward. Mark spilt, driven into the dirt. Ball comes out the back. Now it just, all players have gone forward. The ball stayed where it was. Dispossessed. Big Blake gets it. Handballs close to the boundary line, out of bounds. Ball to be thrown in. Can Geelong get an early goal here? That'd make a difference to the score. They trail by 27. Could they just get a turnaround and just start kicking goal after goal? Wouldn't surprise me. Blake, Shenshog, butters up. Oh, could have been caught a little high.
A little? He was a fairly tall unit too.
He had to reach to do it. He thumps the ball to centre wing. The big men fly. Oh, almost took it too. Underneath it. Hayes goes without it. Horton. Back forward. Now Baldy can't pick it up. Ball trapped underneath players. Oh, nice work, Cooper Stevens. Just picks it up, grabs it, and kicks it. We're in the middle of the ground. Bit of a chaos footy. The ball ends up with Bailey. Beck gets it over to Hayes. Back, going to give it to Beck. Decides better of it. Squares it up. Gippsland driven inside 50. And the mark is taken by Fraser Phillips. Phillips on the left boot. Lead into the pocket. Intercept mark. Geelong through Cooper Cartledge. Looking for Torpy. Can't take it. Gippsland. Hack one into centre half forward. Geelong. Horton. Caught. Tackle. And the ball will be thrown up between the 50-metre arc and the centre square. A free kick for a little bit of... There's no free kick. Okay. Ball thrown up. Oh dear. Ball kicked forward by Josh Smith. Punch, defensive punch. Falcons. Got numbers, got the footy, need to be clean. Big Blake Shenshog, he's been good. I've enjoyed his game. Up to Richardson, forces a contest, brings the ball down in front. Now they're a chance. Richo. It's mayhem just inside 50 there. Eventually they get it out. Torpy trying to beat them all. Tackles, swings them round. McFarlane, they get it out. It's a quick kick along the line. Big Blake's got it. He's like the Rock of Gibraltar. They can't get past him. Eventually they do. They go forward through Phillips on the left boot, but it's out of bounds on the full. Ethan Floyd to take the resultant free kick.
Opportunity to go forward for the Geelong Falcons. They'll come inboard first and they've turned it over. Hodge takes the mark for the Gippsland Power. Now they've got an opportunity to go forward. Over the back of the contest. Getting there first to mop up is Clark. Handball over the top. He gets it back to Clark. Again puts it into a bit of space. They're now under pressure, the Geelong Falcons on half back. Power through Hodge. And just threw it out of the contest in the end. Desperation. And a free kick to go the way of Ethan Floyd. Gives it off quickly. And a high ball towards centre forward. That's an executive maintenance mark of the day. Contender to Beck.
Clubhouse leader.
He'll chip. They chip it inboard and now over the top. Searching for Young, who takes the mark. So Young goes straight down the corridor. Pack flies off hands. Falcons with numbers at the back to try and mop up. Oh, bursting through is Hodge. Dribbling ball offline. Minor score. 7-4-46 the Gippsland Power. Leading the Geelong Falcons 1-12-18 on the NG scoreboard, approaching 6 minutes in the final term on the Technica time clock.
Ball to be brought back into play. Bit of a huddle there happening for a little bit there. There's Geelong kick out wide, and it is all Gippsland. Pardon me. They lay off the handball. 2 bites of the cherry to Pepper. Pardon me. 2 bites of the cherry to Pepper. 2 goals.
Yes.
Going for his 3rd, and Gippsland's 8th. He has marked this. He will kick from 33 metres out, directly in front, kicking to the southern end of the ground, and in he comes, spinning the ball, kicks the traditional drop punt straight through the middle. Neat and tidy footy by Harrison Pepper. I got that name right, yeah, Harrison Pepper. And that takes Gippsland power on the NG scoreboard to 8-4-52. The Geelong Falcons are 112-18. We're 7 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Another one that reminds me a little bit of a good old country footballer.
Yeah.
Provides a bit of a presence inside attacking 50, but also a bit of athleticism. There's Pepper. Ball back in the middle for the Geelong Falcons. Hands and knees trying to extract it. Ball eventually pops out. And they go towards half forward. Good grab taken there by Richardson. On half forward, the big man, unsure where to go. Just going to pop it up. High ball off the back of the pack. There's a whistle and a free kick going the way of the Gippsland power. Which is unfortunate because Rayner was
off the races.
Yep, he was away. So power bring it towards the broadcast flank. Contest. McFarlane at the bottom of the pack. Ends out coming the way of Hayden for the Falcons, who sends it inside, attacking 50, offhand Sparks.
Oh, here we go.
Flicks it towards the outer side. Now Motton has acres of space, puts it up just over the head of Phillips, but he'll run onto it. Phillips takes one bounce, runs to 35, and it's going to be cut off in the goal square by Cartledge.
Cartledge sends it straight up the middle of the ground.
Oh no!
And he could not have picked out Riley Eagle Baldy any better if he tried. Riley Baldy, he'll kick this from directly in front. He will kick it from 31.5 metres out.
That sums up Geelong's day.
It's been a dirty day. Dirty day at the office. As Baldy comes in and kicking beautifully. NG scoreboard 9-4-58. The Geelong Falcons are 112-18, and the Technica time clock is just ticking over 9.5 minutes. And as bad as Geelong's kicking for goal has been, the opposite can be said of Gippsland. Just perfect. And those set shots, we're all ruining them at every level of footy. They've just been, bar one or two very minor blemishes, they've been excellent.
Yep. Been a good day of footy for the Gippsland power, as they're able to wrap things up in the middle. Good tackle there from Alex Young. Still inside the centre circles. Ball bobbling around. Falcons end up getting a wobbly clearing kick. Bouncing ball centre wing broadcast side. Torpy comes out to meet it. Did well, did Torpy. Pops it up towards the half forward flank, and good mark taken here by Schlinsog. Just inside attacking 50. Stop starts called to play on. Soles a bit of candy, does the big man.
Oh, kick a goal, Blake.
And then puts it through for a minor score. 1-13-19. The Geelong Falcons. Gippsland power 9-4-58 on the NG scoreboard. As the power kick it into the back pocket. They come backwards to Connolly. Still back pocket out of side. He looked momentarily to switch play. Now is being forced to go back down the outer side. They're unable to take the mark, the power on half back, but end up with the footy. Pop it up. Richardson in front spot, couldn't bring it in. Falcons with numbers, they're taken over the boundary line and out of play. That was Logan Taylor.
11 minutes in. Ball to be thrown in. What was earlier just the best seeing day I've had at the football for a while. It's now getting dark for middle afternoon. Ball on the carpet. Nothing clean, nothing concise, all wrapped up. Umpire will come in and ball it up. Just near the point of the centre square. Just in the Gippsland half of the ground. Big pack of players hacked off the ground, inside 50. Nice little punch away out there. Now the ball in dispute. Geelong goes backwards to come forwards. Kicked by Zach Knights. Close to the boundary. Kept in. Oh, good solid tackle. Geelong pick it up. Get it through. It's a lot of hard work. Again, the pack develops and the umpire will come in and ball this up. We're inside 50, about 35 metres out from goal, from the Geelong goal. Up she goes. Big Blake gets a nice tap to a man who is under a bit of pressure. And again, we'll have the ball thrown up. 39 points the difference. Kick smothered. Big Blake gets it again. It spits out the back. Here's a show. Oh, kick round the corner. Oh, how easy is that? Riley Hayden. He gets Geelong's second with a lovely goal. An AFL Draft Central Goal of the Day contender for mine. And that will take the Geelong Falcons on the NG scoreboard to 2 goals, 13-25, Gippsland and 9-4-58. We are 13 and a half minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Ball up in the middle.
Oh, crikey.
Big collision between the ruckman. Felt the earth move then. Richardson.
He's a wrecking ball, Richo.
He is. Nice kick though to Taylor at half forward, who's popped it inside attacking 50 and turned it over. Power repel. Go towards the outer side. We're taking the mark out there is Henkel. Henkel wants to bring it inboard, was risky and didn't pay off. Stevens takes the mark for the Falcons, brings it to the broadcast side. Torpy in front of him though was Patterson, who punched it over the boundary line and out of play. We'll throw it in between centre wing and half forward broadcast side for the Geelong Falcons. And a boundary throw in us. Tossed back into play, falls short of the ruckman. Stevens was able to extract it to Floyd, who kicks it inside attacking 50. It's fisted out of play by Loden. There's a bit more argy-bargy inside attacking 50 for the Falcons. The toss back into play. I'm just waiting for the ruckman to nominate. There they do. Throw in, forward pocket for the Geelong Falcons. Stevens taken into the turf. And the ball will be seen back over the boundary line and out of play. I suppose if you are looking for a silver lining for the Geelong Falcons, we do have a few players to come back into the
they've
side
got some beauties
after the Vic Country game, which should help straighten them up.
And clearly Brownless and Sam Walsh is my boy. I really look forward to seeing Sam, see what he does in the, he's a co-captain in the Vic under-18 team. Yeah, no, they've got plenty of good players to come back in. Ball to be tossed up. Big Blake can't get first touch of it there. Plenty of tackling. Not a lot of footy at the moment. Umpire comes in and balls it up. Our next game, Matthew, for broadcast is in 2 Sundays' time. Let me just bring it up. On the AFL Victoria app, mind you.
The sensational AFL Victoria app.
So make sure you download your AFL Victoria app, which gives you your VFL, your VFLW, your TAC Cup and your TAC Cup girls, although that's over and done with now. It gives you it all there. So
my new #1 app on my phone, apart from Twitter.
I have been using it. And definitely worth a play. But our next game, if you want to call this, I'll just bring this up.
The time we need it to work.
It's work. It's me that's not working.
There's going to be something. Beck kicks it back towards the wing, and the Power have a mark. Trolling momentum across half back. McGarity goes down. It's very close to the line, and in the end fisted over and out of play by Hodge. No, out on the full.
So our next game for broadcast will be on Sunday the 17th of June at noon. The Bendigo Pioneers and the Murray Bush Rangers live from Queen Elizabeth Oval in Bendigo. We're looking forward to going up there. Steve Sharp, the talent manager up at Bendigo. It'll be a beauty up there. It's a great ground to call footy from. And we'll be there in 2 Sundays' time. As Geelong through Horton kicks to half forward, one-on-one contest. And the contest has been won by Gippsland. In and out, evasive skills, kick smothered. A dirty big up and under by McGarity. The big men fly. Beck gets it across to Baldy, who kicks into the pocket and close to the boundary line and out of bounds. 58 plays, 25. Yeah, so download that app. That is an absolute ripper round the grounds. 2 minutes into the last quarter, and North 110, Brisbane 55.
Big victory coming up there for the Lions.
The Roos.
Roos.
Yes.
He's trying to keep Rick Morris
on his toes.
Bring them back to reality, like us too.
Yeah, we know all about reality.
As Morton retreats to the defensive goal square. Knights took the mark. And a Power player bearing down. Not the greatest of kicks. Straight up the corridor. Connolly snaps. Goal square. Wasn't touched, but it was offline. Minus score for the Gippsland Power.
This win for Gippsland will take them into second position on the ladder, just behind the Dandenong Stingrays. Half a game. Yes, half a game behind the Dandenong Stingrays. Dandenong won today. They'll be on 28 points, and Gippsland will be on 26. And the Western Jets will be in third spot on 24. Murray Bush Rangers play next Saturday.
Bit of a change to the top of the table.
From what it's looked in previous seasons?
Yeah. There's no Sandringham or Oakley. Although they're near the top. They're not on top at the moment. Still a fair way to go in the season, though.
Yeah, we're not quite halfway.
Boundary throw-in on the grandstand side of Shepley Oval. Richardson was appealing for being held. I thought he had an argument. Young, handball inboard. Beck got an unkind bounce and will throw it in. Centre wing, broadcast side. Gippsland 9-5-59. Falcons 2-13-25 on the NG scoreboard. 20.5 minutes into the final term. As it's tossed back into play. Young, he's been impressive for the Gippsland Power. Puts it up towards the half-forward flank.
Oh,
coming through, Hayden ran into strife. Young has another crack. Handball spills free. Hayes up against the boundary line, keeps it in play. It's fisted forward, but straight down the throat of Tannis. He puts it straight down the throat of Beck, who sends it inside, attacking 50. Punch from behind. Pepper just sockers at the ball across the corridor. They might turn it over here into the hands of Gown. Couldn't take clean possession. He does now, Gown. 35 metres out. He's offline, well offline. And that's out on the full. Free kick to go the way of the Geelong Falcons. 21.5 minutes into the final term on the Technica time clock. 9:5:59, the Gippsland Power, Geelong Falcons 2:13:25.
Zach Knights finds Clark, Jesse Clark for Geelong, who goes into the middle. And he's found Spiller. Spiller puts in a shorty, hits up a teammate, kicks to centre half forward. It's all Gippsland. Good evasion there by Sparks. Kicks it to half forward, Gown. He kicks it long. Trying to get on the end of it is Broadbent. Handballs over the top. Waltzing it is Bailey Patterson. You can hear the appreciative Gippsland crowd in the grandstand here. They love that passage of play. And that takes Gippsland on to 10-5-65 to the Geelong Falcons 2:13:25. On the NG scoreboard, the Technica time clock 22.5 minutes in. They lead it by 40.
It's a big victory in the end.
Be a happy, be an easy trip home from. They can just jump on the freeway just to the left here, and they'll be home in no time. And they'll be happy campers on the way home. Geelong, a big thumping kick up forward. Big Blake Shenshol can't quite grab it. Gippsland defence been good all day. Smothered, came off hands. Chaos ball inside 50. Torpy kicks the dribbler. Yo beauty, Sammy. I think that's the AFL Draft Central goal of the day. Sam Torpy kicks Geelong's third goal right on the death knock. 3:13:31 to 10-5-65. 23.5 minutes in.
He's been good.
He has been good.
Samuel Torpy. Played everywhere across the ground too. Spotted him at times in the back pocket.
We've mentioned some of the bigger blokes, but he's only 169 and 65. Size of a jumps jockey.
From the Mosquito fleet. As they try and move it forward again, Geelong. Hayes did his best to cut things off. Power at centre half back. Unable to get it clear now. Parrish coming through, puts it into the forward pocket, punched out of the hands of Fletcher Wilson. And we'll get a boundary throw in with less than a minute left on the clock. The Technica time clock in the final term here at Shipley Oval. Earlier today, the Dandenong Stingrays with a comfortable victory over the Sandringham Dragons to cement their spot on top of the TAC Cup ladder. As Hayes sends a spiralling ball outside.
Oh,
Richardson, the umpire said he played on when he took the mark. Turns it over. Hodge kicks it towards the half-forward flank on the outer side. Was there a hold? No, the umpire's put away the whistle in this last minute. On the deck, Gippsland, Hodge bursting through. Was able to get it clear. Henkel under pressure. Pops it over the top to Neo Closhus, who kicks it towards centre half forwards. We found the whistle. The umpire, I wouldn't have paid it.
I don't know if we can hear it any clearer, but the ball was the siren went when the ball was in the air. But Bailey Patterson gets the last kick of the match. He'll kick it from 54 metres out, directly in front.
It's gone the top and the net greatest.
The barrel hasn't worked. So victory here to the Gippsland Power, 10-5-65 to the Falcons, 3:13:35. 31. That's a 34-point victory. The goal kickers, please, Matt.
3 goals to Harrison Pepper, 2 goals to Noah Gown, and then a heap of singles. Bowley, Patterson, Beck, Henkel and Broadbent with goals. For the Geelong Falcons, Samuel Torpy kicked 2 of their 3. Riley Hayden, the other goal kicker.
We apologise, no interviews on the ground today. A few technical issues and equipment issues which we need to rectify over the Queen's birthday weekend, but we can't get out on the ground. The AFL Draft Central goal of the day